In this video, I'll be talking about the rule of 72 in financing. I'll be going over what it is, and I'll show you two of the main ways it is used to quickly calculate the effect of compounding interest. Have you ever wondered how long it would take for your investments to double in value? Let's say you have a $10,000 investment that returns 8% per year. How long would it take for it to grow to $20,000? Now, one way is to use a calculator and multiply the 10,000 by 1.08 and see how many times multiply you need for it to get close to $20,000. Or alternatively, you could look up a compounding interest calculator online. However, the easiest, most efficient way is to use the rule of 72 to give you a rough estimate of how many years it would take for your investment to double. To use the rule of 72, we simply divide 72 by the rate of return in percentage. So if you have an investment that returns 8% per year, simply divide 72 by 8 to get the number of years required for your investment to double. In this case, it is 9 years. Therefore, it would take roughly 9 years for your investment to double in value, and another 9 years for it to double in value again. So here is a chart that shows the actual number of years for an investment to double compared with using the rule of 72. Now, as you can see, the rule of 72 is not completely the same as the actual number of years required, but it is a very good estimation. The rule of 72 can also be used to show the effect of inflation. Let's say we just left money in a bank account with no interest on the account, and the inflation rate is 3%. We can use the rule of 72 by dividing 72 by 3, which gives you 24, which gives us the number of years before inflation would halve the buying power of the money that we have left in the bank account. The amount of money that you have in the bank would be the same, but everything else would have become more expensive over time. Rule of 72 can also be used to illustrate how inflation cuts into the gains of your investment. Now, let's say your investment normally returns 6% per year. Using the rule of 72, your investment is expected to double in 12 years, which is 72 divided by 6. However, if the inflation rate is around 2%, we can subtract the 2% from the rate of return. So now you are only getting 4% return rate. This means that your investment is expected to double in 72 divided by 4, which is equal to 18 years. And that is a 6-year difference by having a 2% inflation rate. It is important to note that you should never underestimate the effect of inflation on your investment. Another way to use rule of 72 is that if you have a set period of time allotted for a particular investment, you can use the rule to work out the rate of return required for you to double your investment within that time period. So, for example, let's say you are hoping to double your investment within 10 years' time. Now, what kind of rate of return would you need? Using the rule of 72 by dividing 72 by the period of time of 10 years, so we divide 72 by 10, it gives us a required return rate of 7.2%. This means that you would need a return of 7.2% or more on your investment if you want your investment to double within the 10 years' time. While Rule of 72 is very handy to give a rough estimate of how long it would take for your investment to double, it does come with a few drawbacks. Now, first of all is that Rule of 72 is not a perfect estimate. As shown in the graph before, there are discrepancies between the estimated time frame and the actual time frame. Now, the second point is that Rule of 72 assumes that your return rate is consistent year after year. This simply does not happen under normal circumstances. Interest rates constantly change over time, and returns from stocks, bonds, real estate is not going to remain the same year after year. Now, the third thing is that Rule of 72 does not account for reinvested dividends. So it is possible that your investment is actually growing at a faster rate than the suggested time frame. I hope this has given you a quick overview of how to use the Rule of 72. Now, if you are interested in learning about where to invest and the best funds to invest in, be sure to check out my other videos. And I will see you in the next one.